everybody. Merry Christmas. I hope you had a good holiday and Happy New Year. New Year's about 5.5 hours away right now. Well, at least where I live, it's about 5.5 hours away. If you live on the west coast in North America, it's a lot longer. You actually might still be at work if you work on New Year's Eve. As you may be able to tell, I am going to a costume party tonight as a pirate. You can, there it is. I'm not wearing the entire costume. No pirate hat, no sword, no long stockings or fancy boots or anything like that. I'm just wearing the dress. I wanted to be able to get up and dance without having to worry about poking people with a big sword. They might get a little angry about that. And moving around, the hat that goes with this costume just isn't really made for that. I'm excited about going to this Halloween, or not Halloween party, costume party though. Halloween's really the only time of year that I had the opportunity to dress up, so this is the second one, yay! Because it's fun to dress up, and I can't wait to see what everybody else is dressed up as. Knowing some of the people that I know are going to be there, there could be some pretty extreme costumes. There usually are. I am bringing my camera for picture taking and possibly some blackmail. But while I'm waiting for this party to start and for my ride to get here, I figured that I would do my Christmas book haul. And hopefully I have time to do it because there's a lot of books. Okay, so the first one we have here is the box set of Becca Fitzpatrick's Hush Hush series, Hush Hush, Crescendo, Silence, and Finale. I had the first two on paperback and I was waiting for the other two to come out in paperback, but now I have all four in hardcover and they look a lot nicer and they'll probably last a lot longer as well because I take really good care of the hardcover books and they're going to be displayed somewheres. I have no idea where. I'm going to have to find a place, but they'll be around here somewheres. And then this one I am so excited that I got. It is a bind-up of the Vampire Chronicles by Anne Rice. Let's see, we have Interview with the Vampire, The Vampire Lestat, and Queen of the Damned. It's hardcover. There's gold along the pages. There's a red bookmark tied in. It just looks so fancy and old-fashioned, and I don't want to read it. I want to just have a shelf for it somewheres and display it and keep reading my paperbacks. That's probably what I'm going to do. The pages on this are very, very thin, so I'm a little scared that I'm going to end up tearing them if I read them. So I'll probably just read my paperback editions of these books and stare at this one. And then I also got Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. Huge book. I forgot that it was so long. I wanted to read this book before I seen the movie again. I'm probably going to end up seeing the movie before I reread the book because I don't think there's any way that I'm going to read all of this before I go see the movie. But if the movie doesn't come out here where I am this Friday, then I might have time to read this book. The movie was supposed to be on Christmas Day. We are now on New Year's Eve, and still no movie, and still no Les Miserables here. If I want to see it, I have to go, I'm kind of lost right here, to the next town over and watch it. Well, theater that's showing it is about 45 minutes away, and it's been kind of really snowy these last few days, so the roads aren't that nice. So I'm hoping that this movie comes here on Friday so that I don't have to go on a 45-minute drive and then a 45-minute drive back in the dark on snowy roads. Just It's so much easier if the movie just comes here. And then I have Rotten Ruin by Jonathan Mayberry. It is a book about zombies. Torment by Lauren Kate. It is the sequel to Fallen. And then along with that, oh, the books are all mixed up. Passion by Lauren Kate, which is the third one. So all I am missing is Rapture, I believe. Then there is The Rules of Attraction by Simone Eccles. I'm not sure how you pronounce her last name, but she wrote it. It's the sequel to Perfect Chemistry. And then there's also Chain Reaction in the series. I haven't read any of them yet. I know that they are contemporary and each book focuses on a different brother, and there's something to do with gangs and, of course, romance. Bethany Griffin, Mask of the Red Death. I've heard really good things about this book, and the cover is so pretty and kind of gothic and really pulled me in when I was seeing it at the store, so I had to put it on my list. And Tempest by Julie Crosh, which has to do with time travel, which should be interesting. I haven't read a whole lot of books that have to do with time travel. I'm a bit of a sci-fi geek, Doctor Who and space travel and all those kinds of shows, so I'm hoping that I'm always a little bit nervous about reading books about time travel, because if they don't get the specifics right, then it just doesn't work. Then we have Undeadly by Michelle Vale, and this is a book about a Reaper Academy, I believe. The third book in the Lux series, Opal by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I've heard this book ends in a cliffhanger, so I might have to put off reading it a little bit until we're closer to the summer. Of Poseidon by Anna Banks. Yes, Anna Banks. And I believe this one has to do with mermaids. Renegade by J.A. Suitors. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And this one is kind of a dystopian that has to do with an underwater world, which I read the write-up for it and I was very intrigued because, a dystopian and underwater world. So I'm excited to read it, and the cover is so pretty. And then the last two that I have here are fairly popular books. A lot of people watching will probably recognize them, and they will probably know more about me, about what these books are about. But The Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Lanny Taylor. And then the sequel, Days of Blood and Starlight. I'm not even quite sure what these books are about, but the covers are absolutely gorgeous. I love the masks and the makeup on them. It makes me want to go to, well, this one at least, really, I guess both of them, really make me want to go to a masquerade ball. Just, those fancy eye feathers and the hats and the really pretty dresses that women don't look like they can breathe in, but it just looks like so much fun. I am excited to read these books. And then I also did get a new bookshelf. It's downstairs. So I actually do have room to put all these books. I just need help bringing the bookshelf upstairs, as I discovered whenever I almost dropped it on my foot. So I'm just going to wait until I have help before I attempt bringing it upstairs again. I also got some candles. Coconut cream pie, chocolate chip, red velvet cupcake, and French vanilla. And one that is all just a bunch of floral mixture as well. I like to burn candles whenever I read and just make the room smell nice and relaxing. Then I also got some bookends. So whenever I do put all the books on the new bookshelf and the ones behind me on the top here start falling over because there's not enough books to hold them all together anymore, I'm prepared. I have bookends. And then the last bookish thing that I got for Christmas was a Snuggie. For anybody who doesn't know what a Snuggie is, it is basically a long blanket, a fleece blanket that has arms. So you put your arms in and just wrap it all around you, and then you can hold your book. And it keeps you warm at night, which has been very helpful considering that almost since Boxing Day, December 26th, if anybody doesn't celebrate Boxing Day, it has been snowing here. A couple major snowstorms. We've been pretty lucky so far, and the power hasn't gone out, but we've kind of been trapped in the house, so I've done a lot of reading. And, you know, it gets cold, so the Snuggie really came in handy. It's a lot better than using a blanket whenever it only comes up to here, and then you gotta figure out where to put your arms. And I've only had the Snuggie for a couple of days, but I am already in love with it. And the book I am currently reading is Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. I wanted to get this book read before the movie comes out in February. I am about halfway through. I haven't been able to read as much these last few days, or not these last, I've read a lot these last few days, halfway through. But the days before that, over Christmas, there's so many family around, and then, well, the last 2 days as well, lots of family leaving, so you know, books are going to be here. I figured I'll spend time with my family. So those are everything that was book related for Christmas, besides a lot of gift cards. I'm trying to save them all for the big releases that are coming out in January and February, because, well, my to be read shelf is just absolutely ridiculous. Unless the book comes out that I've already planned on buying, then I'm just going to not buy it, or attempt not to buy it. I will probably end up buying it anyway. That's usually what I do. I have no willpower whenever it comes to buying books. None whatsoever. If I want it, I usually end up buying it. I will find the money somewhere. I will not go do something that I'd planned to do because I'd rather buy books. But I am going to try to not buy as many books the next couple of months. We'll see if that works. My money is on no. So other than that, it was a pretty good Christmas. Lots of family around, as I said. Even more family around next year. It's going to be a big Christmas next year from what everybody is planning. Lots of people home for Christmas next year. That should be fun. So lots of food, lots of chocolate, lots of chocolate, lots of chocolate, lots of junk food, lots of turkey, lots of people, lots of animals too. We had our cat, the one that you met in one of the other videos, my sister's 2 cats, and another sister's dog, all in the same house, with all the people. It was a full house. So that was my holidays. I'd love to hear how yours went, and I'd love to know what books you got for Christmas, and if you got anything book related, or if you just want to share whatever you got for Christmas. And also, what are your New Year's plans? As I mentioned, costume party. I should probably finish getting ready. My ride will probably be here soon. So that's all for now, and I hope everybody has a happy end of 2012 and a happy first day of 2013.